Hey, good Tuesday morning. Here we are, day 2 of Who Do You Say That I Am? This question that Jesus asked his disciples. Who do you say I am? Now, we know what the world says about Jesus. The ones who don't believe, the ones who are still blind to the truth, and they don't understand that Jesus is the Son of God, that God is the Almighty Father that we are to serve, and that when he sent his Son to die on the cross, he sent his Son to die for not only me, a believer, you a believer, or if you're listening as an unbeliever, he sent his Son to die for you because of the love he has for us. Today we're going to talk about who do you say I am? Day 2, source of truth is Jesus. We have to go right to the source when we ask this question. We know what the world's going to tell us. We know what the media is going to say about Jesus. We know what those who don't believe are going to tell you about Jesus, that it's some fairy tale. But you have to go straight to the source. Not only reading the words of the Bible, but dig into evidence that Jesus was a real man, died on the cross, and because of the testimony of those who were within these pages, we know that he rose and that tomb is empty. Let's go to John 18:37. As he's talking to Pilate, or Pilate is speaking to Jesus as the crowd is saying, crucify him. Jesus answered this after Pilate asked him questions. He said, you say that I am a king. In fact, the reason I was born and came into the world is to testify the truth. Everyone on the side of truth listens to me. Jesus said right there that he came to testify about the truth. And the truth is that he is the Son of God, and he came to die for Jews and Gentiles alike. John 14:6 says, Jesus says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. There's no other ways to heaven except through Jesus. The true source of truth, of who the Father is, the true source of what love is, and the true source of who our Savior is. I wrote this down. The question tells us to go directly to the source, as we said, Jesus being that source. Read his word, and it gives us understanding of his nature. I want to look at John 4 real quick, verse 49 and 50. And to me, this shows and paints a picture of someone who understood that Jesus was not only telling the truth, but that believed with all his heart that Jesus was the truth. Verse 49, John 4:49, the royal official said, Sir, come down before my child dies. This man rushed to Jesus because he truly believed that he was the Messiah and that Jesus could heal his child. Go, Jesus replied, your son will live. Now, Jesus is telling this man, go, I'm not going to go with you. I want to see where your heart is. Deep down inside, he's saying, I want to see where your heart is. I want you to go. And what did the man do? The man took Jesus at his word and departed. And you go on down through this chapter and you see that his son lived. And his son came back to life, and the sickness left him at the hour that Jesus said go. And the man was obedient because the man understood that truth was right in front of him. That his Savior, the Messiah, was right in front of him. Guys, where do we look for truth today? Do we look to social media? Do we look to others? Or do we go directly to the source and we start to live our lives based on the absolute truth of Jesus Christ and his words? Ask yourself that question today as you ask yourself what Jesus asked. Who do you say I am? Have a blessed day, and I'll see you tomorrow.